I wanted to start out with an amazing story in today's New York Times. I mentioned Hunter's School yesterday, and things are tight, but fine. But that's a primary school, and this problem of for-profit colleges is this is like really eating up America. I mean, we've got now 1.1 going on 1.2 trillion dollars. Going from 0.1 to 0.2 trillion is like $100 billion. We're going on 1.2 trillion dollars, 1,200 billion dollars, $1,200 billion dollars in student loan debt. Where's that money going? Well, it turns out there's this guy named Arthur Keiser. I'm assuming it's Keiser. It's Keiser. Maybe it's Keiser. But he, back in 1998, bought a small Florida college and has basically built an empire. He's got 20,000 students at Keiser University, spread over 15 campuses, and created this for-profit college. Well, now they're starting to crack down on for-profit colleges all across the United States. The Obama administration is getting really serious about this. They're quite PO'd about how these for-profit colleges are making promises to people. We talked yesterday about the 15 students out in California, I believe it is, who are refusing, or maybe it's Arizona, who are refusing to pay their student loans to one of these private colleges that basically ripped them off, made all kinds of promises to them. Actually, according to I believe it's the Department of Justice, lied to them, told them that there were jobs available when they were scam jobs, and all kinds of stuff. So, but anyhow, here's the slick trick that this guy does. He's got this for-profit college. It's spinning off so much money. They've got their own private plane for their senior executives. They've got the property. They got all kinds of stuff. But being not-for-profit works so much better as a college in the United States right now because of the changes that the Obama administration is making, so that there'll be fewer ripping off for-profit colleges. So what do these guys do? According to Patricia Cohen, writing in today's New York Times, the headline, "Some owners of private colleges turn a tidy profit by going nonprofit." What this guy did is he took the college, flipped it not-for-profit, but in his own for-profit portfolio, he kept the property and the plane. So he's now paying himself a salary of $856,000, or at least that's what it was in 2012, the last time that there are tax returns available. So the guy's making more than the president of Harvard University. Got that? And he's getting payments in it, and the way that he took this not-for-profit college for profit was by loaning the not-for-profit $321 million that it would then pay back to him with interest. Now, it doesn't specify the interest rate, but I'm guessing it's better than the 1.5% or 2% you get on Treasury bills right now, right? And it's better than the negative returns that most people are getting in the marketplace. So he's got a sweet deal. He's got a guaranteed income. So his not-for-profit college is paying him $321 million on basically the money that he put in to create a leveraged buyout of his own school, right? He's doing Mitt Romney on himself. In addition to that, he owns the property, and the college is paying him $14 million a year for rent. Plus, he owns a Holiday Inn where the employees for the college stay, and he's got this plane. And the New York Times notes, or Patricia Cohen in today's New York Times notes, and a family member also has an ownership interest in the computer company that the college uses. This is a scam. It's a scam. I mean, I've been on the board of a private school. Now, it's not a college, granted, but I've been on the board of a private school for 35 years. And I have never enriched myself to the tune of a penny from doing that. I mean, we don't even board members don't even get reimbursed for travel expenses or for phone calls. I mean, we get nothing. It's a volunteer thing. This is how most schools, not-for-profit schools in the country, run. Is their board of directors dance their hearts out. The people at the schools are underpaid. They work really hard. Not so with these for-profit colleges. And then when they get in trouble for being for-profit, they flip themselves not-for-profit, but they do it in a way that they're just constantly, pumping money into themselves. Oh, and by the way, Dr. Keiser, he is the House Republicans' appointee to the Education Department panel that oversees accreditation of colleges. House Republicans love this. Hey, you can take the commons and you can turn it into a profit-making thing. How cool is that? Right? I mean, that's the the Republican worldview on everything. Is figure out a way to steal money from somebody, or to take money from somebody, or skim money off the top, or scam money, or whatever. For-profit colleges, by the way, receive this again from the New York Times. For-profit colleges receive roughly $30 billion a year. That's $30,000 million a year in taxpayer-funded student aid. Corinthian Colleges is the one where they've got 15 students now who are refusing to pay them back. Giant for-profit chain Corinthian Colleges, which once took $1.4 billion a year in taxpayer funds, has virtually collapsed after a series of state and federal inquiries and lawsuits. She notes in the New York Times, for-profit schools vigorously oppose the newest rules, arguing that they would ruin institutions that serve students who have few other educational options. In other words, hey, they're saying, we're ripping off the poor people, just leave us alone and let us do it. And the Obama administration is saying, no, we really don't want you ripping off the poor people anymore.